Hey, I'm going to share with you guys why that shed is there. Yeah, I assembled it. Gonna go through a little bit of about it and tell you what it's for. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm gonna share with you guys the shed. I bought this for my son for his birthday a couple years ago. Got it off Amazon. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to buy one. But it's a very small shed. It's only uh, about 4 feet deep, and it's only about 6, 7 feet wide. That's it. But I bought it for a reason. It started out to be just a storage shed for him, but I thought let's take it to the next level. So I have it wired and plumbed as a utility shed for a washer and dryer. So a couple of years ago, I went on Craigslist and found these two units that are they came out of an RV. So they're both electric, of course, but they do have propane style dryers. But this is all electric, and they both run on 110. Therefore, you can use it in an RV. So that's why I have it plumbed and ready to go for installing these. I'm waiting for my son to come out this morning and help me load those into yeah, the utility room. I'm going to go ahead and install this little chest freezer I picked up at an estate cleanup. Uh, and yeah, we're just going to set it in there, and that way it'll be functional and allow the residents to use it. So just in case you're wondering, this is how I have the water hookup figured out right here. And then in here I have a T that spliced both hot and cold water together. But this washer will only run on cold water because until I figure out how to get one of those tankless water heaters installed in here so they can have hot water. But I don't think that's necessary. But we'll just run it for that for right now. Now, draining, I put a drain pipe in there, and it's going to drain out and go in and tie in with the drain for the RV, the gray water drain. So it'll all be filtered and septic in the system like it's supposed to be. As far as venting the dryer, I just did not put one of these vents in, but I duct taped it to, I put a screen over to keep bugs out. So it's going to go up and vent out the back vent there, so it doesn't build up the moisture and heat inside the shed. Now for electric, you see that cord there, it accommodates three apparatuses like the washer, the dryer, and the freezer. And since nobody's living in this unit right now, I could just run it off this plug right here. So this is on a dedicated 30 amp. Uh, uh, yeah, its own 30 amp. So there's no other power being used in this coach. In fact, I have to get in and do some repair on it. Um, Originally, my son was living in that. He's living up the driveway now in his own RV that he purchased, and my daughter currently is residing in this. So both kids are back on the homestead, and my son's getting ready to take off to go to fire camp, but they'll be able to have a washer and dryer to be able to not have to go down to town to because that's a lot of miles to drive just to do the laundry, and then that way they can do it right here. let me talk about the base real quick. I purchased 6 8-foot long 2x6s. I cut 3 inches off of 5 of the 2x6s, and then I cut 1 in half, which are the end caps on each end, and the ones running this way go between the 2 ends. So you want to eliminate the 3 inches of that at 8 foot. So the 1 4-foot by 8-foot 3/4 inch plywood is screwed right over the top of those. So that is a base on which this shed sits. I did leave extras space on the side so somebody can store something up there off the ground and maybe tarp it to keep the weather from getting in underneath of it and causing problems. So this is the shed. It's a utility shed for laundry facilities for both coaches, and an extra laundry facility for me to wash whatever if I need to. But once all the plumbing is said and done, the wiring, we're gonna go get set to go. Now I'm just gonna wait for my son to come out here. We'll load those in, we'll do a test run, and I'll show you guys how that runs. This out of the way. And then this, we'll just carry back there. Okay. Okay. And here. Let's see. I can lift this way. If you can lift the bottom up, I can lift this part. Okay. All right.
Okay, this one's for the cold.
It doesn't make any difference. They're both cold water.
True.
And just hand tighten it as tight as you can. And then the other one, pull it out of that tube there and then just screw that on there. Yeah, just tuck it into there. There you go. And then don't put it back yet. Let's do a water test. Turn the water on. Okay, here you go. Yeah, just until it stops dripping. Yeah, okay. And you might want to get the top one just a little torque too. Now, double check those down there to see if there's any dripping coming off that.
I don't see any sign.
Okay, so go ahead and move it back. And that one's going to go all the way against the wall over there. And then push it against the back wall as far as it will let you. For a little machine, it's kind of heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. The dryer is usually lighter.
It is always lighter, yeah. You just manhandle it. There is room for you guys to get in there in front of the machine. The reason why I put that in the corner is because it's top load, and I need the dryer more square with the door because that is a front load dryer. Okay, and then go ahead and plug it in. Yeah, you can go behind the vent.
Yeah.
With that cord. Go ahead and turn it on. Is it filling up? Got to get cleaned out or rinsed down inside. I got some cloths and detergent, spray detergent to, or Simple Green to clean that off. All right, we'll let that run through its cycle. Go ahead and close the door. Okay, I have, I have 46 inches. And this is 24 inches. Exactly. Well, a couple inches left over. So we'll take this in, and this will go against the back wall, and this will go against the side wall. Just flip it around. Now, Jamie's got some stuff in there. So. Okay, I'm going to go in because it's got to go in this way. Okay, hang on a second. All right. Upsy daisies. Oh, you got it. Okay, let me get out of your way. All right, the washer just changed cycles. We're running the washer for the first time since we purchased it. It's been stored for a couple of years. So, there you go. Yeah, if you can, push it back against that wall as far as you can. Oh, don't plug it in yet. It's got stuff in there that is not freezer stuff. Jamie's just storing stuff in there. Scooch it against the wall as far as you can go.
As far as that'll go.
Okay. Okay. So if you can measure between that knob and the side of the washer, because we want to be careful not to
We got room.
Okay.
We got 2 inches to spare.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, much lighter. In fact, this one's lighter than the freezer. Okay. Oops. Okay, scooch it in. Okay, now go ahead and hook up that vent. There you go. Just smoosh that on there as far as you can get it. Perfect. All right. Here we go. I'll let you go ahead. There it is, flush. This guy. Oh, that's your link catcher. Yep. Okay. Yeah, let that soak in for a minute and go ahead and plug it in and turn it on. That's the freezer. Don't plug the freezer in. Okay. And let's see if the dryer will work. Yay! So, yay, I had some help to move that stuff in there. I didn't have to do it by myself. So let's recap a little bit. Storage shed from Amazon, local lumberyard for 6 2x6s that are 8 foot long, cut 1 in half, and then the 5 you cut 3 inches off the end, and that way it fits together perfectly. 1 4 foot by 8 foot plywood that's 3/4 inches thick, sturdy enough to handle what we put in there. Washer, dryer. Comes from Craigslist. We resourced from Craigslist. That little chest freezer we sourced from a little estate cleanup. A lot or extension cord, 3-way plug up there. I'll leave a link. You can get that on Amazon if you want. And then also the tees. There's the 2 hoses and the tee for in here, plus the dryer vent kit. I'll leave a link for that. And yeah, you're going to need a plumbing pipe at your local hardware store or lumberyard to be able to plumb this in appropriately. And then testing the washer and dryer for the first time since we purchased them. We've had them for about 3 years. We just never put them together and plugged them in, but until now that we've got this whole thing put together. So Jeremy helped me assemble the shed, follow the instructions, and choose the size of shed that you guys want to choose. I just bought this little 4 foot by 6 foot shed, which is perfect for what we needed it for. And yeah, no more trips to the laundromat. Yeah, a little design flaw in here is when you attach the doors, the 2 top pieces, they're not left hand, right hand, they're all the same. So the one collides with the other one, so the door doesn't shut all the way. So I'm gonna jerry rig this by getting that sticky back foam insulation that you put around doors and windows. And I'm just gonna put one on each side, that way when it comes together, at least keeps the bugs out. Well, I'm your host, Jerry.
And I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy. And I want to thank you guys for joining us on this little, just a side job that I had to do on the farm to help the kids with getting their, making their lives a little bit more easier, because he's going to come home from fire camp with clothes full of soot. So this is the best place for it. Stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as we upload them. Give us a thumbs up. Share our videos on your social media platforms. Helps us out. Remember, be safe. Always be kind. I'll see you guys in my next adventure.